Obviously, the Adelaide 36ers have dominated the media landscape, but we'll head into this first little segment. And it was one that obviously shocked myself. I know it shocked you. It shocked the whole entire NBL community. And I guess I don't necessarily want to talk too much, obviously, on the decision to go to Adelaide, because on the Basketball Fix, we have spoken about that a few times already. But what I want to get into now is the thing that I've been trying to get into over the last couple of episodes is finding someone who's followed the situation from start to finish, has listened to both Bryce's podcast and obviously Mark Arena's podcast as well with the NBL Now segment, and get their thoughts on what you think about this whole situation. And we're not here trying to critique or criticize Mark Arena or the Perth Wildcats necessarily. It's just more having an open discussion about it. And obviously a Perth Wildcat supporter myself, I was quite disappointed with the whole situation and the guidelines and everything like that it seemed to come out. And essentially, it just kind of felt like the club, in a way, thought they were a little bit bigger than what Bryce Cotton was as well, which I think is a bit of a dumb move going forward. But, Pleb, what were some of your thoughts on both of these podcasts, the decision for BC, and everything else involving this situation?
I found the podcast Bryce did revealing everything quite actually informative in terms of his backstory and stuff. I didn't know a lot of the stuff like that when he was playing over in what he was saying, Israel or something, and all that stuff. And just the backstory of his life and everything was really interesting for me. And then when he got into the whole Perth Wildcats aspect and that, like everyone was watching it for a reason, just to try and get some form of drama out of it. And so I did like, although I don't personally believe it, I did like how he didn't go into anything with John really. Like I do think there was still something there. Like I'm not saying that Bryce is a professional, really is a professional, but I just don't think they just clicked as well. And he could have been a little bit of a factor of why Bryce didn't want to leave. But he did the right thing and just didn't go into all that stuff because it would have just caused so much drama. But as the big reveal, obviously, I did not see that coming. Like how Perth just kind of were a bit impatient and didn't allow the flexibility for Bryce, even just a week or two, because clearly Bryce is. It's even if it's someone on, even if they're concerned, like, well, look, he's not going to sign. Like we just have this inkling he's definitely not going to sign. You just don't take that gamble. You just say it's Bryce Cotton. We haven't really done it. Like there have people who have been debating with little bits, just saying, oh, well, like they signed Doolittle and stuff. Like Doolittle was going to be signed like a week. There was articles and everything 2 weeks prior to all this happening. Doolittle's 3-year deal, so that's the lock. Everyone they've signed since the Bryce Cotton leaving is not really. They all probably would have signed all of them anyway if they re-signed Bryce. So that's the thing that boggles my mind is just why couldn't they just wait an extra week or two?